What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk about saving money in silver for either the short term or the long term as a cash spending deterrent. But really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for daily videos. Also subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Brand new video over there. Go check it out. The link will be in the description. And if you want to help support the channel by getting some DYDSS merchandise, of course we have some precious metal themed t-shirts and hoodies which are up for grabs, along with a ton of other products, t-shirts, hoodies, even stickers, many of which are raising funds and awareness for different charity organizations such as the Kraken Stackin' t-shirt, hoodie, sticker, and coffee mug, as well as the limited edition DYDSS Halloween tee available in orange, purple, and gray. Any and all merchandise can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance. It's more than appreciated. But today I wanted to talk about using the silver and also the gold as a money spending deterrent, a way of saving your money for either the long term or the short term. Now for me personally, I'm in it for the long term. I plan on being involved in the precious metals for years, decades to come. The overwhelming majority of the people who watch my videos can say the same. However, some people, I would assume, are probably in it for the short term. Now, I'm not referring to the people who are trying to make a quick buck off of their silver. I'm talking about the people who are putting their dollar bills into silver and gold strictly so that they don't spend it. And the silver or the gold will still be sitting there for when they need it or when they want to trade it back for the dollar bills, so then they could buy something that they actually need rather than not having the cash for it because they spent all their cash on useless crap because maybe they fell victim to the whole obsessive consumerism trap. But today's video I actually filmed in the past and I wanted to remake it with added points. That's what I like to do sometimes. So what I wanted to talk about today isn't necessarily long-term focused. That's what pretty much all of my other videos are about. Today I want to focus a little bit more on the short term. I want to cater to the people who have a hard time saving their cash. They have a hard time going 15 minutes without buying something. So the people like that, feel free to get a t-shirt. I'm joking. That's a joke. But on a serious note, I wanted to talk about this today because I know that it's a serious problem. Unfortunately, it's not something that I can relate to. It's not something that I've ever been able to relate to. I have never in my life been a spender. I never like to go out and spend foolishly or recklessly. And it doesn't even just have to do with the spending. I genuinely do not like having things around my house that collect dust. I've always been a bit of a minimalist. I don't like having things all over the place. Less is more for me. I don't like having stuff all over the place. I don't like spending on stuff. I don't like buying things. I don't like purchasing things. I'm a simple guy and I appreciate simplicity. However, I understand that not everyone is like me. Not everyone thinks the way that I do. Not everyone lives their life the way that I live my life. In fact, my lifestyle probably seems ridiculous to a lot of people out there, which is perfectly cool because guess what? It's not their life. Their life might seem ridiculous to me, but guess what? That's not my life. So who cares? But moving away from that, here's what I want to discuss in today's video. A way of saving your cash, your currency, your fiat, these piece of paper, glorified IOU dollar bills, backed by debt. Let's see if you can see that. See the word debt on there? Debts. This note is legal tender for all debts, public and private. It's a debt note. It's backed by debt. Used to be backed by gold. Not anymore. We're off the gold standard and now we're on the debt standard. But there's a lot of people out there who have immense difficulty keeping this cash in their pocket. Like I said before, I've never been able to relate to that. I'll never understand why that's the case. But I might not have to understand. I have what makes sense to me as a solution. Now, I'm not a financial advisor and nothing on this channel should ever be taken as financial advice. I'm just a guy with an opinion. But what works for me and what I would assume would work for a lot of other people is, what if you take your dollar bills and you put it into a physical, hard asset that has historically done a pretty good job holding its value, more specifically gold, but gold is out of a lot of people's price range, so a lot of people turn to silver, whether it's because that's just all that they can afford, or maybe they see more opportunity in silver, or maybe it's a different reason, or maybe it's multiple reasons intertwined, whatever the case may be. So let's stick to silver. In order to get a troy ounce of silver, I mean, the spot price as I'm recording the video is about $25 and change, so you're going to need $25, probably a little bit more, because you're likely to be paying at least $1 or $2 or $3 over spot as a premium. What if you put those dollar bills into a little bit of silver and you just hung on to it? The reason I say this is because psychologically, it gives you the same feeling as shopping does. There's a lot of people who are shopaholics, obsessive consumers, reckless spenders, whatever you want to call them. There's a lot of people who they just need their fix, and their fix is shopping or buying stuff, purchasing something. Retail therapy is the euphemism that they like to call it, to downplay the fact that it's an actual problem, by the way. But problems oftentimes have solutions, and this makes sense to me as a solution. And who knows, if you do a little bit of research on your own, maybe you'll come to the conclusion that this is a solution that could work for you as well. And maybe if you make your own decision and you want to give it a try, I think it would go over quite well, in my opinion and from my perspective. I've also gotten countless comments from countless people telling me that they can't save money for the life of them. You give them a penny, they'll figure out a way to buy something that's only worth a penny. They'll figure out a way to get rid of their cash, their currency, their fiat, in exchange for stuff. You give somebody $20 and they're going to come back with $20 worth of crap from the store that they'll never use again. See, people don't buy what they need. But what if you were to put the dollar bills into the silver or the gold, even for the short term? Maybe you're saving up for something. Now, I don't necessarily think that putting a down payment for a house or a car or something into silver is necessarily the greatest idea, because by the time you're ready to get your cash back so you can actually make that down payment, who knows what spot price is going to be. So I wouldn't necessarily do that. But here's what I would do. And here's what I actually do myself, but it's not necessarily for this reason. If I were in it for the short term and I put my dollar bills into silver because I was saving up for something, and I knew that having this in my pocket, it would disappear. I'm going to somehow figure out a way to end up at the mall and these things are going to vanish. Or I could put them on a little piece of plastic that the bank gives me, and then instead of the pain and suffering that some people feel when handing this away, they don't feel that pain and suffering anymore, because they hand somebody a piece of plastic and the person that they handed that piece of plastic to hands it right back. So it's as if you didn't part ways with anything. You gave something away and then they gave it right back to you. And you got stuff out of it. So obsessive consumerism is a problem. And one of the massive goals I have for this channel is to be part of the reason that obsessive consumerism reduces by 1% for starters. Then we're going to get back to work and see if we can get that to a larger percentage. But I thought that this would make sense. It makes sense to me. It makes sense to a lot of the people who leave comments on my videos saying that they can't save if their life depended on it. And trading their dollars for silver psychologically gives them the feeling that they bought something. It gave them that retail therapy. Except you didn't really do any spending. All you did was a mere conversion. Because guess what? This stuff isn't really a product. This isn't something just from the store. These aren't on the shelves at the grocery store or anything like that. When you pick up these, you're not given a 30-day return policy. This stuff is liquid. This stuff is actual money. And just like going to the bank, in the same amount of time it takes to go into the bank to withdraw a little bit of cash, in the same exact identical amount of time, instead of walking into the bank, if you walk into the coin shop with a little bit of silver, you can trade that little bit of silver for the dollar bills. It's like being your own bank, or using the coin shop as your version of a bank. That's essentially what it is that we're doing. That's what I'm doing, well, except I don't go into the coin shop because I don't part ways with my silver and my gold, but if I needed to, I know that I could. There's plenty of coin shops all over the place. And guess what? If there's not a local coin shop in your area, if you're watching this video, I know you have access to the internet. You can start up a social media page or open up an eBay account or something like that and part ways with your silver and your gold that way. It's very simple. And guess what? I would say that's actually even more simple than going to the coin shop, because by going to the coin shop, you are slightly restricted. You're going to get what the coin shop owner or worker is willing to give you for the silver, which oftentimes is spot, maybe a little bit of a premium. But if you were to part ways with your silver and your gold online, here's where things get interesting. You're not restricted to that one person working at the coin shop. You have millions upon millions upon millions of potential customers, we can call them. Plenty of buyers, plenty of people who want the silver, and they'd be more than happy to pay a premium. Point being, your silver and your gold, it's there for you when you need it. The silver and the gold, I personally, in my opinion and from my perspective, because that's all this video is, I see it as a physical savings account. Except it's in your possession. You don't have to worry about or rely on the bank or any particular building, business, or entity. It's on you. You have it. It's in your possession, and you can get access to your money 25 hours a day, 8 days a week. It's always right there for you. It's no business hours. You don't have to drive anywhere and then realize that the ATM is not working or the bank is closed. It's a holiday, they're not open. You don't have to pull out your computer and try to do online banking, and then that's down for maintenance, and then you pull out your phone, try to do mobile banking, that's not working either. You don't have to worry about any of that. It's in your possession. You have it all. You don't have to worry about anybody else holding on to it for you. So by doing a mere conversion, trading a little bit of paper fiat for some real, true, honest money, you can save it. Whether it's for the long term like me, or the short term, if there's just something you want to save up for. Maybe there's something that you want to buy, it costs, I don't know, let's just say $2,000. Maybe little by little, you put a couple $100s at a time into the silver or the gold, because you know if you keep those couple $100s in your pocket, you're going to go on a shopping spree. But if you trade those couple $100s for some type of precious metal, psychologically it might make you feel like you went on a shopping spree. But all you did was convert your currency into money, which you can then later, whenever you feel like it, convert that money back into currency if that's what you want to do. That's the way I see it. That's the way I have seen it for a very long time. Like I said, this isn't really something that I've ever been able to relate to. This is not something that I've ever had to worry about. I've never been a spender. I've never been reckless with my currency. Back in the day, I used to go and get a slice of pizza, and then I would say to myself afterwards, like, oh, if I waited an hour and a half, I would have been home. I could have just made myself something. See, for me, it's not being cheap. I'm not trying to save just for the sake of saving. I'm not refusing to buy things just because I don't want to buy things. It's because, number one, I don't want stuff all over the place. Two, I knew that there could have been something smarter that I could have done with it, even if it was with $5. $5, you could do a lot of stuff with $5. Might not seem like it. You might say to yourself, oh, that would only get me a little teeny tiny piece of silver. Well, guess what? That silver, in my opinion and from my perspective, stands a far better chance than the dollar bill. And not only that, it's not just about the precious metals. It's not just about the silver and the gold. It's not just about the money. I know this might sound like it's contradicting what I said before when I said I've never been a spender, but there's actually not much that makes me happier than spending on things that will save me currency. Bought a water purification system. I talk about it all the time. That thing was like close to $250. I used to spend $1 on a gallon jug of water every single day. What's $1? It's 1/5 of one of these. It's nothing. Nobody cares about $1. Well, guess what? Ever since I got that water purification unit, after 251 days had gone by, I'd already broken even. No more dollars being spent on gallon jugs of water. Now, like I said, $1 doesn't sound like very much, but if you do that every single day, that's $365 a year. That adds up. That's $365 that I could have put into something that I need, something that I want. I could have traded it for silver or gold. I could have invested it. I could have done a lot of different things with it. But back then, I was spending it on pieces of plastic that had water inside. So I made the shift. Point being is, I love spending my currency on things that will save me currency. And by trading my currency for the silver and the gold, for me, with a long-term perspective, that's what it's all about, long-term wealth preservation. It's a hedge against inflation, which is inevitable. But for somebody with more of a short-term perspective, I believe it could help you save for something that you need to buy or want to buy, especially if you can't trust yourself with the currency. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Do you think that trading your currency would actually help you save if it was put into precious metals? And if you guys want to join the Precious Metals VIP Club, it's where I can do things on my terms, not on YouTube's terms, my terms. I'm hosting privately held live streams. They're smaller, easier to manage. I can read more comments and respond to more viewers in real time. I'm doing shout outs, giveaways, discounts, personalized promo codes, deal alerts when silver and gold is on sale on a variety of different websites. It's all being posted in one spot. And of course, you can watch all of the YouTube videos commercial free. Come join the Precious Metals VIP Club. It'll be the first link in the description. You're invited. I'd be happy to have you. And if you guys enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button. If you guys like me, make sure to subscribe. New videos every single day, 365 days a year. Also subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Brand new video over there. Go check it out. The link will be in the description. Trying really hard to hit 2,000 subscribers. We just recently hit 1,500, and I appreciate that. And of course, if you want to help support the channel in the biggest possible way, please consider getting yourself some DYDSS merchandise. Of course, we have some precious metal themed t-shirts and hoodies, which are up for grabs, along with a ton of other products, t-shirts, hoodies, even stickers, many of which are raising funds and awareness for different charity organizations, such as the recently released Kraken Stackin' t-shirt, hoodie, sticker, and coffee mug, inspired by the beautiful 2-ounce silver Kraken coin, which, by the way, is helping us raise a little bit of funds and awareness for ocean cleanup charity organizations at no additional cost to you. It comes out of my pocket, not yours. And, of course, the limited edition DYDSS Halloween tee, available in orange, gray, and purple. Only available this month, so get one while you can. Any and all merchandise can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance. It's more than appreciated. And I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know, what are your thoughts on everything that I shared in today's video regarding stacking silver, potentially for the short term? I know that many of us watching are not in it for the short term, but there's nothing wrong with a change of perspective and thinking objectively and removing yourself from the bubble that you're in to see things the way somebody else might need to see it. Do you think that trading some dollar bills for some silver and gold to save the dollar bills so that you could trade the silver and the gold back for dollar bills so that you could buy something that you really need, because you know if you hang on to the dollar bills, they'll disappear on you. You'll spend them. Let me know in the comment section down below anything and everything related to today's video topic. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. And remember, don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.